if you come out, you will have friends distance themselves from you too. They are more comfortable with you suffering and putting on a mask and performing for them, acting for their approval, than for you to be happy and live your authentic self. Elon Musk is talking about like you can modify DNAs in such a way that you can turn a human into a butterfly. But how dare you say that a man can, you know, be a woman?
I think there's going to be a lot of breakthroughs on the medical front, particularly around synthetic mRNA. I mean, I think with enough, with effort, that's not too crazy. You could probably stop aging, reverse it if you want. These are. You can basically do it. You can turn someone into a freaking butterfly if you want with the right DNA sequence.
Guy who says that we are going to go to Mars. We are going to have like Dyson spheres. And also the same dude who spent millions, hundreds of millions on anti-trans propaganda and is constantly boosting fascist propaganda, saying that his daughter is actually a dead son killed by the woke mind virus. The same dude who literally spent billions on a platform to turn it into a propaganda machine is sitting here on a panel talking about turning humans into butterflies. What a wild dude. Harambe was the divergent point of this timeline. Yeah, prove me wrong. If Harambe didn't die, Trump would have never been president. And instead of investing into anti-trans propaganda, Elon Musk would invest into making catgirls a reality. But yeah, like, healthcare advanced to the point where you can grow a dick, like an actual dick, on your arm, and then move it down into your groin area. But suggesting that a trans woman is a woman is apparently like delusional. And we should all be locked into asylums. Like, what are we doing? What is this world that we live in? The thing is like, what you shouldn't leave out of sight though, even if the medical field would advance to the point where you could change your chromosomes. The reason why a woman is not because she has XX chromosomes. Having XX chromosomes is not a requirement for one to be female, let alone for one to be a woman. So never leave that out of sight. You know, it's basically saying a human can transition into a butterfly, but a man can transition into a woman. Yeah. The reason why trans people are hated is because we solve a natural form of discord within ourselves. Like, this society profits off of fragmentation, making men lonelier by making them believe that they shouldn't have emotions, that they can't ask for help or whatnot, to suppress everything, internalize everything, but on the outside to put on a mask. Trans people are hated because we have this internal struggle. We are forced to have like a mask. We are judged based on the mask that we are wearing. And if you come out, if you start transitioning and you solve this inner discord, this inner discord, you are living your authentic life. And this society hates that. This society wants you to be miserable. This society wants you to struggle within yourself. If you start accepting that a trans woman is a woman and a trans man is a man, it shows people that your inside conflict is not something that you have to deal with. It is not something that you have to live with. You can be free. You can live as your authentic self. You can be honest. And this society, this capitalistic society, doesn't want that, because it directly profits from your unhappiness. This is why gay people are hated. Conservatives, like conversion therapy and so on, is basically bullying people into hiding. It's like, oh, you can be gay, just don't act on it. Yeah, you're born this way, but don't act on it. Yeah, you're trans, but like, you know, you're not a real woman. You shouldn't act on it. You shouldn't be yourself. You are being forced into hiding because everybody wants everyone in this society to be miserable, just as miserable as them. And you can have people who put on a mask and be successful. You know, they are the ones who are like constantly pretending, and then other people are, you know, like celebrating them for like the illusion. It's kind of like on Instagram, you post images of you having like the high society life. You know, you go party, you socialize, you see all of these different places. And then it turns out that like you're like behind the screen, behind the images, you're just depressed. People will like distance themselves from you. Like a while ago when I publicly stated that like, oh, I'm dealing with with depression, and I'm struggling with all of these things. I had people tell me that they are being made uncomfortable because I am publicly stating that I'm having mental health issues. Everybody wants you to be a certain way, to put on a mask, to perform for them, to stay into hiding, never reveal your true self, and you will realize that if you come out, you will have friends distance themselves from you too. You will have parents distance themselves from you because they are more comfortable with you suffering and putting on a mask and performing for them, acting for their approval, than for you to be happy and live your authentic self. They don't want you to be this way because they themselves are also struggling. They are insanely insecure. They are also like the ones who are like forced into hiding, into performing and so on. So they want you to suffer the same way. But if you solve the internal conflict, you might be hated from the outside. You will get a lot of pushback. Like me being publicly trans, me being out, I get constant abuse. I get constant harassment. But the thing is, like, yes, I still struggle. I still have like some insecurities and whatnot. But because I started transitioning, I'm no longer numb to myself. I live as my authentic self, and it attracts people who resonate with this. I have proper friendships now. People who like me, not who I'm pretending to be like. This is why coming out, this is why transitioning is so important. It is not, it is not you, cosplaying a woman. It is you solving an internal conflict that makes you miserable, and you do it despite society's pushback, society punishing you for fixing something that they don't want you to fix, that they want to profit off of. Incels, they are struggling with themselves. They're insecure about themselves, about their masculinity, about their place in the world, and people will exploit that. They will make this internal conflict even worse. So many like conservatives who are like repressing being gay. They put on a mask, they go into hiding, they overperform this masculinity and so on, and they are struggling, they are suffering. If you share your vulnerabilities, if you're open, you will get harassment, right? Every now and then I talk about like how things, bother me, how I have voice dysphoria, how these things like torment me. And obviously people are going to like use this in order to attack me. It's crazy that like, if you share these vulnerabilities, you're actually becoming stronger. You're open with yourself, you're honest with yourself. And through that, you will meet more authentic friendships. You will meet more valuable people to your life. And you will become stronger by opening up and being yourself and sharing these things. This is why trans people are so important. To be allowed to be themselves, to be happy, because it shows cis people who are struggling with their identity, with their gender expression and whatnot, that it's okay to be yourself and not to have to like adhere to like the cishet normative society that traps everyone in boxes and dictates who they have to be. And if there's like any deviation from that, then you deserve to be bullied and harassed and whatnot. But that's not the case. We shouldn't punish people for living as their authentic self. We should reward them. But this is why trans people are hated. Literally only because you're solving an internal conflict and you're no longer hiding your true self. This capitalistic society dictating what you have to like as a guy, what you have to buy for your child if, he's a boy, or what you have to buy if she's a girl. Everything is laid out for you. No deviation allowed whatsoever. You have to perform for other people in order to win favors. But the thing is, like, if you put on a mask, if you're constantly lying, if you constantly have to think about like what lie you told this one person and then the other person, how you have to like behave and act if you're around them, like this stresses you out. This is why I lived on autopilot. This is why I was numb my entire life. But the moment I came out, I faced rejection. I still do. I still have struggles. Not everything is perfect, but I at least no longer have to put on a mask. If you like me for who I am, you like me for who I am. I will not try to cater to other people just so they approve of me. And if a society is allowed to be authentic and not be bullied into hiding, not be bullied for not performing, then they lose control over you. Then they can't oppress you. This is why trans people are hated by billionaires. Oh, everybody should just like know their place. If you're born male, then you're a man. You have to live as a man. You have to marry a woman. And you must have like children. That the billionaires has more workforce. That is what society's plan for you is. And if you deviate from it, you are breaking this. And you show other people that it's possible. You show other people that it's okay to be themselves.